Hi guys, welcome to this quick review about this COOL&FUN electric skateboard. I think the number or the model is HB10, but I think they don't have another one currently on Amazon. I bought it on Amazon just about 1 week ago, and I've tried it for a couple of rides. And this is my experience. I mean, I'm planning for in-depth or long-term reviews. This is just a very short video about if this really works, if you're maybe planning or if you're searching for something real fun for Christmas for you, maybe also for the whole family. The question is this something worth $400 or not? And I can tell you this thing is worth every penny. I mean, I haven't done extensive market research on that. I just had the impression that this thing could be cool stuff, and it really is. I mean, I'm not affiliated with this company. This is not a paid review or so. This is just my personal opinion on that, and this thing is absolutely awesome. We have been trying this, the whole family, and we had so much fun just in 2 days. It's absolutely incredible. So this is the top. It's very rough. You have to be careful. Yeah, it has a really hard grip. If you touch it with bare hands, it could be that you have really rough hands, but everything is really hard, it's stable. I mean, it still bends a little bit when you go over some bumps. It feels like a normal skateboard. I mean, I'm not a pro or so. I have started skateboarding about 40 years ago. I have seen a lot, but I'm definitely not a pro, but I have my experience, and I think this is pretty cool one. Also the wheels, everything is pretty cool. So I'm going to show you the side underneath, because in this case it's the more interesting part here. Here we can see the normal wheels. Yeah, they are like normal wheels. It's rolling pretty smooth, and here in the back we have one wheel which has like an electric motor inside. We have the cable connected to the battery inside. In the back we have two things. We have two small openings. I mean, there's a button here which you have to push to turn it on, and there's an opening. That's the charging port here. You can close this to protect it from water and rain. This is the charger, very powerful. Needs about 4 hours to fully charge. The thing is, when you're just seeing the specs here, I think they write about 4,000 milliamps, and you think, oh my gosh, 4,000 milliamps, that's not a lot. It's just like a very small power bank. Yeah, it's a little bit different here. It's not 5 volts. This is, I think, about 40 volts. This is really high power. It has about 250 watt hours. This is a lot. This is like a huge power station. It's not like a power bank. It's much more. So it has really a lot of power. I can tell you, I have been riding this now for 2 days. And yesterday I've been on a trip with about 5 miles back and forth. I mean, each way. So in total about 10 miles. I mean, actually it was even a little bit more. Here you can see what I did just yesterday. Here we have one thing. I started with one way, 8.3 kilometers. Here you can also see the highest speed. Highest speed have been around 31 kilometers. Yeah, it's hard to hit the peak here, but you can see 30.78. That's about the maximum which I've been reaching. But I mean, it's not a super smooth surface. It's just like a bike track. And I think if you have a really smooth surface, you can easily reach these 32 kilometers, which they are saying. You can see average speed. The problem is I haven't been able to hold up to high speed the whole time, not because of the skateboard, but because somebody was following me with a bike, because I didn't know how far I can get. So it was more like to help me on the way back if I would run out of power, but it didn't happen. You can see 8.33 kilometer. Then we have back, it's 8.41 kilometer, about same thing here. And then at the end I was home and I thought, okay, let's try and see how much power there is in there, and there was another 1.1 kilometer. So in total, very close to 18 kilometers, which is about 2 kilometers more than 10 miles. 10 miles would be about 16 kilometers, so you can definitely do more than 10 miles if you go flat. And you have a pretty good surface. I mean, it was not a bumpy thing, it was pretty much straight. So here we are in Florida, everything is pretty flat, and I had just to overpass over roads. That was about it. Yeah, made some turns every now and then for a while. I mean, it was not absolutely straight, but mostly straight. I mean, it's more like a longboard, it's not normal skateboard. So I think I was still close to the maximum which you can get, but you can really expect about 11 miles. The high speed is also good. The acceleration is good. By the way, this is the remote control. You power the thing on. I mean, you press short here, it powers on. There is no display regarding the battery here. You have to turn this thing on short, and it will automatically connect. You don't have to do any connection process. It will be always connected very good. There was never any disconnection, no lags, no nothing. Here is forward, and you can just accelerate here. You can see the wheel here spinning. You can see that here. You have different levels. We are on level 4. You push again. We are on level 1. Then push again to level 2, then level 3, then level 4. This is how it works. For reverse, you keep pushing here and it will show a red, and that's reverse. So usually I was using the green one, and I think that's the battery flashing. I mean, at the end, when you're close to the end of the battery, it will start to flash, and then somewhere it will start to beep. So this thing is really convenient, works really good. It works right away. When you start it, you can see you push just a little bit and the wheel starts spinning immediately. And here, that's not reverse, that's just braking here. So when you go downhill, it's going too fast, or you are close to a stop, like to a road, and you want to brake, this is how to brake. It's very comfortable. I've been doing some overpasses again. They were probably around 20 degrees or even more. I have been able to do that. When you go on the highest speed, on the number 4, it has quite some torque. I mean, it's only 400 watts. It's not a professional skateboard, but it's still really good. I'm about 72 kilograms in weight, and I've been able to go up the ramp to the overpass and down on the other side, and braking every now and then. My advice is not to brake the whole time, just every now and then a little bit, and it works perfectly. So it's real fun. I can tell you, it works so reliable, so good. I have been feeling very safe. Yeah, here is what we get. We get this instruction. There's not much needed. Yeah, here is the main explanation. I think the only thing which you really need is here. I hope you can see that. Apart from that, it's really just charging and then start and using this thing. This is pretty straightforward. We get also this wrench here. I have at the beginning, I mean, it was a little bit hard here. I have been untightening the screws here and here to make it a little bit more soft, to be able to make easier turns, but that was about it. I mean, I'm taking this thing all the time with me. If something happens, there's another tool here, and also there's the charging cable for the remote control. Just make sure that also this one is always charged. I mean, if you're doing nothing, just leave it like this, not braking, not accelerating, then it shows the power of the skateboard. I haven't found out how to show the battery capacity of the remote. There is something, but the explanation is a little bit difficult. So we get actually everything what we need. There's nothing missing, and it's so much fun. It's most fun I've ever had for only $400. My only complaints, if there are any complaints, maybe it's a little bit difficult to plug in the charging plug here in the back. I mean, it still works. It's just a little bit tight here. And the other thing is that we cannot charge the battery with USB. So you cannot just take a power bank with you and then when you're at the end of the power, you just refill it from the power bank. It's not working because the only way to charge is this thing here. You would have to have 110 volts to recharge these things. I mean, there are small 110 chargers around. Maybe I'll buy something like that. You can buy them for $70 or so. To have some extra charge in case you really need it if you go for a longer trip. But the whole trip yesterday took me a little bit more than 1 hour. If you're going faster, then it would be maybe about 40 minutes or so at almost full speed. And the only question which I have at the moment is if we can buy like 2 or 3 or 4 of these, like for the whole family, and how this would work, if this is like hardware connected to the skateboard, or if there's a possibility that they will interfere with each other. So I have really no clue at the moment if they would interfere. I have never had any problems on the way, but I haven't seen any other electric skateboards so far. But this is a question which I want to find the answer, and if I get the answer, I will let you know down in the description, definitely. And I mean, again, I'm not a pro, and so I cannot really compare this to other electric skateboards, but I had the impression that it's running pretty smooth. It's really comfortable, it's stable, it's secure. I never had any accidents, even when I'm not experienced really. There was nothing, even small gaps or branches or leaves on the road. There was never a problem. I never had the impression that it was unsafe or unsecure, and it was definitely a pretty smooth ride, so pretty comfortable to go also for longer rides. Yeah, there's a lot of fun. I mean, of course you have to charge after that for 4 hours. Would be a nice thing, maybe if there would be an option to buy extra battery packs which you can just click out and plug the new one in without having to wait for 4 hours or so, or if you want to go for longer rides. But apart from that, I haven't found any real issues, any problems. I'm super happy with this thing, and I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out or the track from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.